to look on, which you all practice, is what we call irrigation system. Drip irrigation system is something that we are promoting today. A lot of farmers in the past like to use sprinkler irrigation. Yes, sprinkler irrigation has its place, but we want to employ more what we call drip irrigation system. Because drip irrigation system helps you to bring the water and the nutrients to the active root zone rather than you wasting the water and the nutrients. So a lot of farmers are using it today. We just need to continue on it, upgrade it, and so on and so forth. The other thing that is that we farmer engage in and we want to also promote again is fertigation system. It can be done manually, or also it can be done using injection system like the Venturi injector and so on and so forth. We encourage farmers to practice fertigation because the seed plant don't eat, plant only drip. And so when we give the plants nutrients in a solid form at times, we lose a lot of it. But when we give the plant the nutrients in its liquid form, it's like you taking a pill against an injection. Alright, the plant gets it readily. Alright? We are all here? Are we here? The next thing that farmer also, employ on their farm is what we call mulching. Mulching is very, very good because the mulching helps to conserve moisture. And of course, it can be done in the synthetic form or it can be done in the organic form using grass. And for those farmers who are in St. Elizabeth, you practice a lot of mulching, which is very good because not only mulching helps to conserve moisture, it also helps to keep down your weeds. And when it rots, if the organic one when it rots, it goes back into the soil and it forms nutrients, humus, and so on and so forth. For some of you who are farming in close proximity to water sources, we encourage you to do what we call entombment. So you have a water source and you want to concrete it around, and then you put piping system in it so you can attach, a main line and bring it to the farm. That's another means of, employing a strategy in terms of getting the water to your farm, especially when the time is very dry. There are land management practices that you can also employ that we can use to increase what we call infiltration, percolation, such as veg terrace, for those persons especially who are growing on hill terrains. Most of our lands in the eastern end of the island, some central and some even western, has hill terrain. And we don't want to tell our farmers that they cannot produce on hill terrain, but there are measures that they can put in place, of course, to maximize on your land space. We have what we call holistic waterway, veg terrace. You can do what we call crop cover, minimum tillage, barriers, and so on and so forth. Also, what we want to also introduce to farmers to is soil moisture monitoring tools, such as your tensiometers and your soil moisture probe. These instruments are used to detect the amount of nutrients in your soil. I heard Mr. Joyce mention of us over-irrigating at times. When we have these tools, we can detect, we can know when to irrigate, how long to irrigate, and so on and so forth. So these tools are not readily available in Jamaica at this time, but this is something that we can explore more of by using this soil moisture probe. It helps us not to over-irrigate, neither under-irrigate, but to irrigate, give the plant the right amount of water and also nutrients. Alright, so these are some of the strategies that I have. There are others, of course, but I'm not going to go further because I know another person will leave it. I'm already here and give somebody else the opportunity. But we can be reached at any rather local offices. wherever you are in the
So done,
country,
man. I must
just
about two
reach
more
out to your
speakers.
local Rwanda
Two must about two speakers.
offices and ask for a representative from the on-farm water management unit. All right, I am from the east. You have a central person. You have somebody from the west, and also you have the manager. So reach out to us. You can also go on Rada's website and see some of the work that we are doing. Thank you for your listening here, and have a wonderful rest of the evening.
Very well done. And of course, I tell you, listen to me. If you had to pay for this, you see, you want to know what you're going to see? A whole lot of money. Put your hands together once again for Rennie Walker from the Rural Agricultural Developmental Authority. And great team tab, would rather. All right. So we have had a change of plans, because we know that some of these buses are going very far. Really want to say a big thank you to you all who have stuck with us to the end. We have had, I think, what have been some excellent presentations. And if you agree, put your hands together for the presenters. Our presentations. So what we're going to do now is we're going to invite to come and make his presentation on smart and safe farming, Denver Green Market Development Agronomist. Put your hands together for Denver as we come.
All right, farmers, I know we're winding down and it won't be long. And I know that you have far to go, and I hope that God go with you when you're ready back home. For those of you who are here, let me just spend some time and just share something real quick with you. All right, next slide. Again. All right, so my objective is to ensure that when you leave this presentation, you will learn a few things. One, I want you to understand that you explain reasons why productive growing is important, to see why it is important to follow agrochemical listing order, see if environmental impacts that they occur when agrochemicals are misused, and see 3 ways in which agrochemicals can enter the body. Next slide. Now, if I should ask a question, next slide. If I should ask a question, how do you define pesticide, or what are pesticides? It's simple. Pesticides are substances used to control pests such as insects, weeds, fungi, rodents, so on. Alright? In the definition, you did not see anything where it says it controls man or woman. So it therefore means that it was not made for man or woman, it was made for insects. That means, in a sense, you should protect yourself at all costs. Am I correct? Yeah? At all costs, protect yourself. Next slide. I want you to also identify that when dealing with pesticides, safety is very important. For one, protection. Who is protected? You're protecting yourself, the person who is in the field, the person who is in the field, you're taking out the environmental health, you're taking out the consumer, who is very important as well. So for the most part, once you use a chemical, there are some fundamental things that you must pay attention to. General, I mentioned in a while ago. Next slide. You read the instruction and follow them carefully. Or when I said read the instruction carefully. Check to make sure that the PPE equipment or the spray equipment are secure and are working properly. You should also check for weather condition, and you mix only the correct amount of chemicals because you don't want to leave it in the container or to put it down for tomorrow and say you're using it another time. So mix what you know you're going to need. Alright, next slide. I want to also show you what we at Caribbean Chemical distribute, a suit they call a jacket suit. We also distribute the dynamo battery powered spray one. So you don't have to go into the field to be pumping, because as you pump, energy is used, you sweat a lot, the pores are open, more exposed and not protected. Hence the reason why we put the jacket suit mannequins, as you can see. So when you buy the package, you get a face shield, headgear. It doesn't come with a fully equipped respirator, where you can invest in those respirators as a cartridge.